The world of AI and Photoshop have officially merged together. I want to thank Christian Cantrell for this free plugin that allows us to take advantage of text to AI or text to image AI directly in Photoshop. If you ever use Midjourney and have seen the previous video I made about getting set up with that, you probably are familiar with what's going on in the AI world. And now there's also another AI called Stable Diffusion that pretty much is kind of like another algorithm, so to speak. So the results are a bit different. However, the method, I guess you could say, is probably the same. So once you do get installed, and I'll link the description link where to get it in the description, but once you get it up, it actually operates really simply. You're basically going to go ahead and type a prompt in, kind of like I did here, a painterly portrait of a queen, and this is what I got. I am going to actually change the width and height here to something different, which I did here, and you can change it from 512 all the way to 1024. Same here with the height. And for now, I'm going to keep it low just to make sure that this video goes quite smoothly. Next is CFG scale, which you can change based off of how similar you would like the image to be based off your prompt, and I like to keep it somewhere in the middle. Same thing with number of steps. That's just, I guess, the more steps, the better quality is, and you can experiment with that. Same thing with number of images. I keep it to 4. You can also go up to like 9, but this is, I don't think is necessary right now. I think 4 is a good number, and if you get something that you like, then you can rerun it again with more number of images if you think that's a better way to go. So once you go ahead and kind of input everything, sampler, I'm just going to keep to the standard one. I haven't really experimented with the other ones yet. Same thing with the version. I'm going to keep it to 1.5. Don't worry about seed right now. We can talk about that later. And then you want to click on Dream. And then once you do, you can see here, I'm going to click on Dream so you can see how long it actually takes in real time. So you get a sense of what to expect. And then we'll go from there. So as it's generating, the results will populate over here, and you can use them by simply clicking on Create Layer, which it does, as you can see here, and it will fit inside the context of your image. So if your composition is a little bit different, like mine's a square, and you can see here this is not a square ratio, it will fit within it and leave edges here. So it's not going to fill up the frame, so that's pretty cool. I think that's great. And this is great because if you ever want to dial in something like you're doing composite photograph where you want to get a picture of butterflies in a particular style, you can put that in there, drag it over to your photo, and use that immediately, which is really cool in my opinion. But it depends if you kind of like it. Again, it also gives you a link to prompt engineering, so if you want to get better at prompt making, you can do that. So here's the other cool part. If you like a particular style, right, like you like this particular image and you like this style and you want to keep that continuity going, all you need to do is click on copy seed, and the seed will be added there. We're not going to get into so much about seeds, but that's kind of the gist of it, and you can take that for what you will. Last but not least, let's go ahead and click on history. So you can go ahead here and see everything that you've done, and you can see I've been kind of playing around before making this video, and I just got it today. And you do all kinds of stuff. Here's the funny part. Sometimes it doesn't work so great. Like you can see here, I tried a different algorithm, and poor model. Next is other parts. Like you can see for this one, what I did here was I did the same prompt, portrait of a queen, except I put my CFG scale to 0. So it basically said, do whatever you want. And well, let's just say I don't think she's actually a queen. Okay, so next, but yeah, I did, of course, my first one was Corgis in a sunflower field, and that was really funny. Corgi needs a bit of work on the mouth there, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. If you want to go ahead and install this, all you need to do is visit chriscantrell.com, and you can see AI/ML, and you can go ahead and download it here. Christian Cantrell, my apologies. And from there, once you have the Stable Diffusion plugin installed in the latest version of Photoshop, you want to enable your API key. And the API key can be found, let's see here. If you go to your DreamStudio. It's beta.dreamstudio.ai/membership. You can come over and see your API key. You want to copy that, and then you want to go ahead and put that in your API key and enable it. So the thing is that you definitely need to make sure you have the DreamStudio.ai access, and then once you do, you're able to get the AI key, API key, enter that in, and you should be good to go. If your Stable Diffusion panel doesn't show up, like it's a gray square, you need to update Photoshop in a Creative Cloud. So just make sure your latest version of Photoshop is enabled, and you should be good to go. Then go ahead and restart Photoshop and you should be able to see it. So that's it. Hope you have a good time, and I can't wait to see what you do with it.